Welcome. This video is over unit rates. So we're going to be talking about unit rates and rates. So let's look at our number routine before we even begin. How do you know? This is a table. So we have 21 students who are wearing blue, 1 student who's wearing orange, and 14 students who are wearing yellow. Find a ratio of blue to yellow. So you're comparing a part to a part. Is it 2/3 or 3/2? So let's see. Blue to yellow. Order does matter. So blue is there are 21 students wearing blue, and there are 14 students who are wearing yellow. This is one way you could write this ratio. There are 3 ways. You could write it in fraction form, A over B, or 21 over 14. You can write it with a colon, or you can write it with the word 2. Can I simplify this? What can I divide 21 and 14 by? I can divide this by 7, divide this by 7, and that is 3. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So the ratio is 3:2. That means for every 3 blue, there are 2 yellow. And I can make a table to check my work. 3 blue, 2 yellow. 6 blue, 4 yellow. 9 blue, 6 yellow. 12, 15, 18, 21, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So the relationship from 2 to 14 is times 7. The relationship from 3 to 21 is times 7. That's a scale factor. So that is why 3/2 makes more sense. Here's a video. Let me get the volume ready. Here you go.
What's the relative velocity? 12 meters per second. Copy.
So this is a movie called The Martian. A astronaut was left behind by accident. That's just a really bad day. So I guess the space shuttle. Let me go read the question. Astronaut Lewis talked about his relative velocity or speed as 12 meters per second. This is called unit rate. That means so every second he is going 12 meters. Well, he is in space. There is no gravity, so he's moving really quickly. So Max shuttle was going 60 meters in 5 seconds. Is that equivalent to 12 meters per second? How do you know? We're going to complete this table. So how would I label this table? What do you think? Well, put meters here. We put second here. So 12 meters per second. So 12 meters per second. How many seconds is that talking about? 4 seconds? 5, 8? Is actually per seconds talking about for every second, for every 1 second, for each second. So it must be 1 second. So the space shuttle was going 60 meters in 5 seconds. Are these equivalent? Well, let's see. What is the relationship from 1 second to 5 seconds? The relationship is times 5. So what is the relationship from 12 to 60? Also times 5. So 12 seconds, 12 meters for every second is the same as saying 60 meters in 5 seconds. Another way you could have done it is how do you turn 1 second, an up and down relationship? 1 second to 12 meters times 12. How do you turn a 5 to a 60? Times 12. So that's another way you could have done it. So what does per second mean? Per second mean for each second, for every 1 second. Another way you could have done it is this way. Maybe you prefer a table. So in 12 seconds, you go 12 meters, you go 1 second. 24 second, 2 seconds. 3 seconds will be 36 because 12 times 3 is 36. 1 times 3 is 3 seconds. 4 seconds will be times 4. 12 times 4 is 48 seconds. And 5 seconds will be 60. So as you can tell, they are all equivalent. So per means for each, or for every, or for 1 second. So, for example, if someone says, I drove to Austin, my average speed was 60 mph. That means miles per hour. That means for every hour, for every 1 hour, I drove 60 miles. And Austin's about 100, I think it's 180 miles. It's about 180 miles, so it's about 3 hours, depending on where you're in the city of Houston. So what we're going to be learning today is more about unit rate. We're going to be using bar diagram and a table. A package of 6 crackers contain 246 calories. Because not to say that your parents count their calories, but some people do on diets. How many calories are in one cracker, each cracker, per cracker? So we're going to draw a bar diagram to represent 246 calories. Divide the bar diagram into 6 equal sections. Done. To represent 6 crackers. Label the first section as 1 cracker. And I'm going to abbreviate 1CR. Determine the number of calories in this one. So if I have 246 calories, can I break it equally into 6 sections? So can 6 go in 2? 0 times. Can 6 go in 24? I'm going to write out my 6's on the side in case I do not know my 6's. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. All right, now, can 6 go in 24? Yes, it can. It goes in 4 times. Remainder 0, bring down to 6. How many groups is 6 go in 6? Right there, 1 time. So there are 41 calories in 1 cracker. What happens if you ate another cracker, which are 2 crackers? So this cracker would have 41 calories. So if you eat 2 crackers, you'll have 82 calories. What if you ate another cracker? He says, no more diet for today. Then that one would have 41 calories as well. So 41 plus 41 plus 41 is 123 calories. But what if you don't like using bar diagram? What do you prefer making maybe a table? I prefer tables. So how many calories are in 1 cracker? So I'm going to abbreviate cal for calories, CR for crackers. So there are 246 calories in 6 crackers. How do I break this down to 1 cracker? What's the relationship from 6 to 1? It's divide by 6. And did we divide by 6 right here? Yes, we did. So there are 41 calories for every cracker, for each cracker, per cracker. So that is called the unit rate. Unit rate is finding it for 1 item, for 1 unit. All right. A bottle of baby wash costs $2.88 and contains 12 ounces. Find the unit price. How much would it cost for each ounce? So let's divide this into 12 equal parts. So I'm going to cut down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this one will be called 1 ounce, OZ. So how much does it cost for this 1 ounce? Can I break this $2.88 into how many sections? 12 sections. I do not know my 12, so I'm going to write out my 12s right here on the side. 12, 24, 36, 48. And I'll stop at 60. How many 12s going to? None. How many 12s going to 28? The closest one seems like is 24, which is just 2 times. 28, take away 24. You have 4 left over. Bring down the 8. And how can a group of 12 go into 48? It actually does right here. It goes in 4 times. So each ounce costs 24 cents. So if I buy 2 ounces of shampoo, that would cost me 48 ounces. If you're going to the airport, you can't have more than 3 ounces, so 3 ounces would cost 72 cents. 24 plus 24 plus 24. What if, again, maybe you don't like bar diagram? What if you prefer maybe a table? So How much does it cost per ounce? So it tells you right here, cost per ounce. So this is the cost, this is the ounce. It costs $2.88 for 12 ounces. I would like to know how much it costs per ounce, each ounce for every 1 ounce. What's the relationship from 12 to 1? Divide by 12, divide by 12, and we did right here, 288 divided by 12 is 24 cents. So that's called a scale. So let's talk about something called scale factor. I like divide by 12. There's nothing wrong by that. But is there another way you can say it? Do you remember something called reciprocal in our last lesson? If dividing 12 is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of 12? In case you forgot, it's 12 1. You flip the thing times 112 times 112 because 12 times 112 is 1 whole. If you do 288 times 112, 288 divided by 12 is the same thing as this. So next question. Travis drove 130.5 miles in 3 hours. So let's break this into hours, 1 hour. Well, he drove at a constant speed. That means he drove the same number of miles every hour. How many miles did he drive per hour? That means one each hour. So we need to break 130.5 miles into 3 sections. Let's write out my threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. How many threes go in 13? About 12 times, which is 4. 13 minus 12 is 1. Bring down to 0. It goes in 3 times. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down to 5. It goes in 5 times. So don't forget the decimal point right there. There's no more remainder. So he drove 43.5 miles in 1 hour. Each hour per hour. So another way we could have done it is miles hour. We could have used a table. How do you break down a 3 hour to 1 hour? Divide by 3, divide by 3, which is 43.5. Or times it, what's the reciprocal of 3? 1/3. So the scale factor is 1/3. 3 times a third is 1. 130.5 times a third is 43.5. And our last one, Craig swam 18 laps in 30 minutes. He swam at a constant speed, swam the same amount in each lap. How many laps did he swim per minute, each minute, for every minute, for 1 minute? So I would have to cut this up into 30 sections. Imagine I did. So this section is called the 1 minute. So I need to do 18 laps divided into 30 minutes. Can 30 go in 18? No. I have to annex a 0. Can 30 go into 180? It goes in, oh goodness, 3, 6, 9, 12, 6 times. So he goes 0.6 laps. So he can't do a full lap. He do a little more than half of a lap every minute. What if I do not like a bar diagram? Maybe I can do it with a table. This is about laps, minute. 18 laps, 30 minutes. How do you break down 30 minutes? What's the relationship between 30 minutes to 1 minute? Divide by 30, divide by 30. 18 divided by 30, which you just did, is 6/10 laps. So what we're going to do, the last part of the activity, is each table will be assigned a different peanut butter. Mrs. Meyer wants to buy some peanut butter for her girls. She wants to buy as much peanut butter as possible. Which brand is the better buy? Which one can you get the most amount of peanut butter for every ounce? So there is Jif, there is Skippy, and there is Peter Pan. So if you look at Jif, it costs 12 ounces for $2.28. So cost is $2.28. Ounces is 12 ounces. I want to know how much, find the unit cost for each ounce for every 1 ounce. What's the relationship from 12 ounces to 1 ounce? Divide by 12, divide by 12. The same thing is saying times the reciprocal 1/12 or times 1/12. So what's $2.28 divided by 12? If you don't know your 12s, here are the 12s on the side of 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72. 12 going to, I don't think so. 12 going to 22 one time. If you had 22 and you took away 12, that's 10 left. Bring down to 8. Oh, our chart is not long enough. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108. So it goes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means it costs 19 cents for 1 ounce. What about Skippy? The cost is 270. The ounce is 18 ounces. How much will 1 ounce? How do I break 18 ounces into 1 ounce? I divide by 18. So what's $2.70 divided by 18? Or I can times it by its reciprocal of 118. 18, 36, 54, 72, and 90. We'll stop right there. Can 18 go in 2? I don't think so. Can 18 go in 27? Yeah, one time. It actually does, one time. 17 minus 27 minus 18 is 9. Bring down to 0. Oh, 90 is the fifth one. So it costs 15 cents for 1 ounce. And our last brand, Peter Pan. Ounce. This is the cost. Let me erase that. This is getting really messy right here. Let me erase that right there. This is the cost. This is the ounces. So it costs $4.48 for 28 ounces. That's a large container, by the way. So maybe this one. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. We'll see. How do you break? What's the relationship between 28 to 1? Divide by 28. Divide by 28. So 448 divided by 28. Can 28 go in 4? Oh, let's write the pattern for 28. 28, 56, 84. I'm adding 28 over and over again in my head, by the way. If you're wondering how I'm getting this 112. And I'm going to stop right there. Can 28 go into 4? 0 times. Which 28 is closest to 44? The first one. If we subtract 44 minus 28, that's regroup. That's a 3. This is 14. That's 6. Bring down to 8. Oh, goodness. How many 28s go into 168? So if I add again, it's 140 and 168. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So it costs 16 cents for 1 ounce. So as you can tell, the cheapest one is actually Skippy, 15 cents for every ounce. Then it is Peter Pan, 16 cents for every ounce. And the last one is Jif, 19 cents for every ounce. So what we did today is we talked about unit rate, unit price, where you can break it down for every ounce. From that, you can gauge a lot of information. Let's look at this one. If it costs 15 cents for 1 ounce, how much would 2 ounces cost? 15 cents again, that'll be 30 cents. 3 ounces, 45 cents. So you can break it down and build up. We're going to be talking about that in our next few lessons, and that's unit rate.